about guys and girls being friends because in Insecure, Molly has this very same issue, her and Drew. And let's talk a little bit about Insecure and Molly. Besides the friends, being friends with guys, let's also talk about Molly and Issa's friendship because I think that's a good friendship to talk about. Okay, so anyone want to discuss that a little bit? What they thought of the first episode?
So I liked the first episode. First of all, I just really am so excited to see Daniel again. Because he's just so
Alon. Remember we were trying to figure out Alon.
But I'm just going to call him Daniel for now.
He looks like a Daniel.
I just really like him. Everything. Just the way he talks, his voice, his just like everything. And that opening scene. Hella.
Oh! I was like, okay, Issa. I'm like, oh, should I be Issa?
That big old booty. Oh my God. And yes, I thought it was Issa. And I was like, say, what? You moved from the couch to the bed, girl? What? And then we saw it wasn't, and then we saw her sitting there like, oh, come on. And that has to be the worst, like someone that you clearly were with and knows how he puts it down is now putting it down with someone else where you're on his couch. Like that, but I'll just say what my favorite part was the lift ride. The party lift. And then I really like when she picked up Fine. What is his name? I forget what his name is.
I don't even know his name. He was on How to Get Away with Murder.
Or something.
Nathan. I think it was Nathan. He is fine. So I was
that
like,
$50
oh, that $50 tip. But that was my favorite thing because it was just fun and it was just a lot going on. And like the big guy, he was just so funny. And then like the dude, like the sexy Nathan throwing out the wheat. Now a freshly rolled one, like he threw.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, now Nathan, you must have did something before you got to that level. That was a bit much, sir.
Party lift also shows you like also what good friends look like. Like Molly was supposed to go on this whole date, even though she shouldn't have. But she left. She showed up. She rode around. she wasn't gonna get paid off some lift, but she showed up because her friend needed her for a moment. So she brings up his wife. Remember when she's like, oh, let's if we're gonna be just doing it, then let's just be doing it, right? And it was something about you're married. I forgot how she brought up his wife. He's like, don't bring up my wife or something. It's like, this is a very awkward situation.
So awkward.
He got a little aggressive.
He got aggressive. Just hand back the key. Like, this is getting really like she's playing with fire. Stop.
And I don't know. I think that whole open relationship, open marriage thing. I think, if that's your thing, okay. But I feel like people who are in open relationships, then they need to co-mingle and do the whole open relationship thing together. Because I think it just mixes in like too many like emotions and all of that stuff. So.
Honestly, I didn't really believe he was in an open marriage all last season. But do we still know though? Yeah, because remember he picked up the phone while they were in bed? And he's like, no, I'm still at Molly.
So he did say, okay, because I was talking about this with someone else, because I didn't know if he said, I'm at Molly's. I couldn't hear it.
And I was just like, she knows.
That's more weird.
Yeah,
but does she think that it's just like, oh, it's Molly, it's like the homie from like that?
I don't think so.
I think like I'm still here. It's clearly nighttime. Like, no, that is not okay. And even if it was a homie, sir, it's after 10. Let's Obviously, I don't know what time it was, but it's time for you to go home.
It was morning, I think, right?
Oh, the next day, even more. Like, what did you do at somebody's house in the morning?
Yeah, because it was just like, let me cook breakfast.
Pancakes or whatever. Banana pancakes or blueberry or something he was saying that he could make. And then I was like, dang, you don't want to go ahead and make that before you just left out.
First make the pancakes.
Go ahead, and then I'll tell you about yourself.
And that's also kind of making it seem like it's just like a play relationship for Molly. It's just like, you hung out with this guy, y'all had sex with each other, and then now he's cooking breakfast, maybe breakfast in bed, but it's like he has a whole wife that he's like going to.
Exactly. I just feel like, Molly goes back and forth from feeling like she's in control, but still out of control. You know what I mean? Fully just open to this and just like living this like carefree type of dating life.
And I don't think she wants that. Like that's
I don't.
Because her whole thing in the beginning was like, you know better, you do better. But this is not better. This is not what you want.
And I think she meant by that just like don't get your feelings involved in it. So like now I know, so now I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna cut off the feelings, which come on now.
It's not real.
We already know. Exactly.
She already likes him a lot.
kind of really like the scene where Issa got back, home, to Daniel's place, and like he was in there trying to like be creative with his music and like all of that. And they had the exchange and stuff, and it was like funny. She was like, "Can I have that? Can I have a drink of that?" Blah blah blah. But just their whole like exchange in that moment, I don't know, it was just so cute.
Yeah.
Even though it was still like, what do you want? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? But it's still just like, I don't know. I just love them. I love seeing them on on camera together. Yeah, it's just like. I'm like, I really feel like you guys should be together.
Yeah, and I think
it's believable.
They're both, I think, are going back and forth like with their own feelings and emotions, because I think that they both know that they should be together, but it's just like, I don't know, because like think about like when Daniel was at, I don't know if that was like his mom or his sister's house, and she was basically saying like, why aren't y'all together? I can see it, you know. And then like. Issa like was trying to be like a little flirty, talking about how she's like I'm observant, like I heard you playing like the guitar or whatever on there, but then like when he tried to go in like for the kiss, then I guess she was like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't think it was. Yeah.
And then she's like, no, like that's not what I'm here for, whatever. And then later they talked, and she was like, yeah, like I'm feeling you, but I'm not trying to do that, whatever. I just thought it was a good convo to have with people that you already had a relationship with. If you're trying to be friends with people, like you got to be completely honest. If you're just trying to be friends, trying to be you have to be completely honest with I'm just saying, because you have to be honest with your intent. Sometimes you don't know that you still have feelings for someone, but you can't fake a friendship of like some deep feelings for someone. And then also accept the other person to do the same, or keep doing this bullshit. That's why he's like, all right, so you just want to pretend we don't like each other. All right, I'm just gonna have all these girls over. And also, not all these girls. It was one girl, Vanessa. This also thing about like why guys and girls can be friends too, because once they're in another relationship with somebody else, it's like then there's a third person we have to like talk about all this with. Like, no, that's my friend. It's like. But I noticed other stuff happening.
And now this girl, the relationship, like whoever you're in the relationship with, like she wants to be number one. So who is this that you're talking to? Why is she on the phone all the time? Why is she texting you? Why is she coming by? Why are you at her place? Like now it's a whole thing, and it gets to a point where he really does have to like choose. You know what I mean? Like who he's about to be committed to, and like who gets first dibs on everything. And basically, he's probably pretty much you're gonna be the one that he shuts down as the friend, like. This is my relationship. Like, so I gotta do right by my relationship and my woman. So.
That's deep.
I know it is.
That's real deep.
And that's another reason why just like don't have guy friends. Because see, if you have guy friends, you might be the one getting cut off. So just don't. I'm just saying, your time is coming. If you are a girl, if you are a female and you have a male friend. You about to get cut off, sis. As soon as this other woman comes into his life, I'm trying to tell you.
There's plenty of time when guys are like, so is he just your friend? Like, I feel like, because sometimes I feel like when you're not in it, you can see more than what's going on and the person in it. So then you got the guy talking about like, all right, then you gotta like cut your whole friendship with some dude off, and you gotta, because you're not here just, I'm sorry, like, if your ultimate goal is to be like, with someone in love, married, blah, 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 kids, family, you might pick a fence, then your friend gotta go.
Your friend gotta go.
Story.
I'm with that. You gotta go.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, weirdly enough, for girlfriends too, like, for your friend, if your dude is like, she's toxic, you need to like, maybe not hang out as much with her. And sometimes you probably don't even notice the toxicity of someone's friendship with you.
Absolutely.
Until somebody else tells you, they're like, why are you friends with that person? You're
right.
Like, no, we're cool. And then you start noticing this stuff. So if your man is telling you like, she's not your friend, like I have a problem with her being over here, whatever, you gotta go too. Like, or slowly you gotta like go.
And you'll know when it's like a genuine like, why are you friends with this person, as opposed to someone trying to be controlling.
Yeah, that's
that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other topic. I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm saying you will know, you know what I mean, knowing your man, like whether he's being like jealous or I don't want your friends around, I want you all to myself. That's just control. We're not talking about that. We're talking about someone obviously who genuinely cares, and obviously you have other friends in, but he's particularly talking about this one for a reason. So
if you're the friend that's giving advice, the one that's getting the advice, should be able to recognize that that's part of a good friendship, and that friend is being a good friend to you. So you should also, I guess, like be a good friend as far as like receiving.
Receive it. Right. Exactly.
Like I'm choosing to be here. My family, I have no choice. Like we're here. This is it. Like this is blood. So I have to be here. My friends, I'm choosing for these people to be around and in my life. And it's important to constantly remember that, like, I am choosing you here, so don't think, like, you know, otherwise.
And so I can choose for you not to be here as well, so it's that easy. So
how do you actually end your friendships? Like, if it needs to be ended, if the season of your friendship is over, how do you go about actually ending it?
I just end it. Meaning I stopped talking to them. So little by little I stopped going to things.
So little by little.
Little by little.
Like.
Not rubbing.
Okay. Well, maybe, I mean, it just, it depends. If you did something to me that was just outright, like down and out, just wrong, I'm ending it, like stopping it on site. We're done. We're not talking. That's it.
Right.
But if it's something where we've just had these little issues and things keep coming up, or I'm seeing like a change in you that's not good, or that I can't rock with, or things are just, I don't know, shifting with us, then I'll slowly but surely like back away. So the text messages get less and less. The visits that are hanging out gets less and less, and to the point where we're just literally just not talking anymore. You look up and it's a year later, and then that's just it. So, and you know, before you guys go, I just want to say I think that it's okay too. You know what I mean? Like again, reasons and seasons. Like sometimes, you know, people are in your lives just to teach you for that moment, whatever it is that you're supposed to know, however you're supposed to grow. And you know what I'm saying? And once you get that, I think that is, you know, where we have to realize, like, all right, like this is not necessarily a bad thing all the time that you're no longer friends with someone, and you can miss it. It's fine to miss the relationship and all the good times and all that kind of stuff, but if it just moves you into another direction, then, and we're going in different directions, go follow that path that you're supposed to be on. But go ahead. Sorry,
I mean, I completely agree with that. Like,
I feel like sometimes I'm a very aggressive person. Like my words can be very aggressive. So I personally have to take a moment. So I take a day, I take like 2 days maybe, sorry. But I do, because I need to find the word. I need to find the tone. I need to find the tone of how to say something. And that maybe is like talking to a couple mutual friends, like how do I address this? How to understand where I'm coming from? But then ghosting has happened if you don't get
me personally, like I don't like having housewife moments. Meaning, like, we have to come to the, you know, we meet up and, for a coffee or a drink, and, like, we have to sit and talk and do all of that. I feel like, you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, with us. And if you don't, I'm quickly going to say it, and then we're done. Like, that's just it. And either we resolve it in that quick moment, but if we don't, then I'm done. Like, I'm not coming back again. We're not meeting up again. We're not hashing. We don't need to hash it out and all that type of stuff.
I'm getting drained just thinking about it.
It's like, no, it's so true though. Like, nobody has time to be doing all of that, and I have to do all that. Then I really don't want to be your friend. Like, it's just too much energy put into something that shouldn't take so much out of you. Like, I just don't think that it's necessary. And honestly, I just don't think it's worth it. Like, no matter, and this is going for people that I could have known you for 15 years. But maybe that's how long, that's what it was supposed to be, 15 years. And now it's time for us to move on, just given what we're going through. And so don't try to fight against that, is my thing. So meeting up and doing all that, I just think, like, come on now.
Yeah, it's very, very important to have friends. And I always think it's weird when I meet other girls who don't have girlfriends. And I think it's a weird thing. I'm like, what? How do you not have girlfriends? Like, why don't you know another girl that you like, you know?
Because she slept with.
I was gonna say, like, it probably means that she's the one.
I'm saying I'm trying to tell y'all. I already know this. So now we're gonna go ahead and move into our sweet and sour segment of the show.
So my sour taste for the week, Miss Aretha Franklin. Passed away, and I'm sure you saw that all over social media. I'm not even going to go all into that because it is sad, but I will say I do appreciate all the clips that I've been seeing on social media with Aretha just being just so freaking shady. It was just so hilarious, and that's like one of the things that a lot of people did really enjoy about her apart from, you know.
And also the great things that she's done. Like,
yeah.
You know, I mean, the shade is great. We love it. But the important stuff that she's done for like Angela Davis and stuff, and being that person is important to remember too. Like, you know, we see these people constantly and we forget what they've done here to get here. So my sweet of the week is I started HelloFresh. So basically they send you you pick meals, like 3 meals, and it all comes in this big box and all the food is there. You don't have to go grocery shopping, and then you cook the stuff. So this is also my sweet and sour, okay? So it's great because, you know, I don't have to go grocery shopping. I have to do much digging on what to eat. I already have picked like a week ahead. But it's sour too because sometimes I don't want to cook. Like sometimes I don't want to cook it, and it's sitting there and I keep thinking like it's gonna go bad. I have to cook it now. So that's my sour too. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's a lot of pressure. And I have to like run home from work and like, I gotta make dinner because I gotta finish this chicken, whatever. It's a lot. So that's my sweet sour.
Okay, so that wraps up another episode of 3 Taste Buds. Thank you guys so much for sending in your comments on friendship. We really appreciate it. Love interacting with you. Also, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go follow us on Instagram. I'll have all of our social media information down below. If you have any questions or anything that you guys want us to talk about in the next video or any forthcoming videos, please put in the comments below, or you can always hit us up on Instagram as well. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.
Bye.